Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes. How are you all? Welcome back to all my returners, and hi to any newbies. It's so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbie. They are free. So you are here today for a bonus video that I promised you earlier this week because I was lucky enough to get in on the pre-order of this beauty right here. This is the latest book by Megan Lapp, also known as Crafty Intentions. This is her book of crochet monsters, and it is a big book, guys. Oh yes, indeed. There is the back for you. So this is very similar to how she did her Impkins book. Now, if you have been on the channel for a little while, you will know that myself and Amanda from Obsessive Crochet Lady are currently doing a crochet along with the Impkin book. And this is Megan's latest book, and I believe Panda has grabbed herself a copy as well. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about with the Impkins, I will put the Impkins playlist down below. Maybe you could go and check it out. But in brief, Panda and I both got the book. We decided that we were going to collaborate together. We go live. We have pre-picked some body parts for you to pick. You vote on that live, and then for those 2 months following that live, we make those Impkins that you have helped to vote on how to create it. So there was one Impkin for January and February, another Impkin for March and April, and we have just completed the Impkin for May and June, and the vote was done for the 4th Impkin, which we are currently in process of making. Now, this isn't about the Impkin book though, but the only reason why I bring it up is with the Impkin book, you get body styles and basic pieces, but then there are so many bits and pieces that you can mix and match and chop and change and let your imagination go wild, that you can build your own creation. Well, this is the same, guys, except it is monsters this time. So there are options of different shaped bodies, but then you've also got different shapes of everything else. So we are going to do a book look today. Now, obviously, I cannot show you any patterns because they are not my property. I am, for the most part, just going to show you the beautiful photography inside this book of monsters that Megan has already created herself. And it says up here, with more than 35 body patterns, you can mix and match options for thousands upon thousands of possibilities. And she ain't lying. I can assure you of that. So another quick look at the back. There are 3 more monsters there. Sorry for the ring light, guys. And I'm just going to read this bit here. It says, grab your hook. Megan Lapp is back with patterns for customizable monsters, and you will want to make them all. Now, the photography in this book, just like the Impkin book, is phenomenal. As you can see, absolutely stunning. There is another cutie there with his little tongue sticking out. This is by Stackpole Books, which is Essex, Connecticut, or Blue Ridge Summit, Pennsylvania. Okay, I did get this book pre-order on Amazon. I am not sponsored or affiliated, and some of you may go, ooh, at the price. It is a higher end pattern book. But in my opinion, because there are thousands upon thousands of possibilities, it is worth every penny. I mean, if you're prepared to pay $10, $15, $20 for one singular pattern, then you would be willing to pay what this book is being sold for, because you just can make monsters till the end of your days, to be perfectly honest with you. We then get here where we have the contents, and here is details about the publisher and stuff. You get an introduction, which includes where to begin, such as materials, tips and tricks, monster planning sheet, glossary of terms and stitches. Then you have body options. There are open mouths and open mouth with no teeth, open mouth with no teeth, black hole, open mouth with human-like teeth, open mouth with pointy teeth, open mouth with short row of small teeth, open mouth with buck teeth, and open mouth with 4 pointed teeth. And that's just the open mouths. We then get to blob style bodies, a blob body with underbite, blob body with deep pocket underbite, blob body with overbite, blob body with open mouth, blob body with no mouth. And then we get cylinder bodies, cylinder with underbite and no legs, cylinder with underbite and legs, cylinder with deep pocket underbite and no legs, cylinder with deep pocket underbite and legs, cylinder with overbite and no legs, cylinder with overbite and legs, cylinder with open mouth and no legs, cylinder with open mouth and legs, cylinder with no mouth and no legs, cylinder with no mouth and legs. And honestly, guys, it just keeps going on and on and on. There are egg-shaped bodies, sphere bodies, square bodies, eyeball monster bodies, and plenty options within those categories. Then you've got several eye options, several mouth options for no mouth bodies, several feet options, several limb options, several back scale options, several tail options, several ear options, several antenna options, and several horn options. There are 3 hair or hairstyle options. There are several teeth options. There are 3 belly options, 2 claw options, several tongue options, and then there are several extras and face options. And then finally it would be the acknowledgements. So this is where the introduction begins, right here. So there is plenty of information for you. You then get your monster planning sheet, which I think is a beautiful touch. I will not be writing in this book, but it's where you can plan out your monster, so you can pick your body, your eyes, your feet, your limbs, etc, etc, etc. Then there is a glossary of terms and stitches for you, which is fabulous, and this is written in US terminology, because even though I am from the UK, US terminology just makes more sense. I can use both, but I prefer US. Okay, so now we are getting to the nitty-gritty of what there is inside. So under the bodies, it says there are more than 35 options for monster bodies. If you select an open mouth monster body, you will first need to make the open mouth. There are 7 options for open mouths, which are presented first. If you select any other style of monster body, you may skip the open mouth options and go straight to the instructions for your body choice. And here are those options, or the beginning of those options. Isn't it just so exciting how many of these beauties you can make? Honestly, guys. And the photography is just stunning. I am not going to be able to do this book any justice whatsoever, but I am going to do my best. There is one that Megan has created herself, and in these little bubbles it tells you what bits and bobs that she used to create that little fella. Look at his long tongue. So in that instance, she picked blob body with open mouth with no teeth, axolotl flaps, and big long tongue. Okay, here is another of her creations. She used cylinder body with open mouth and no legs, open mouth with no teeth, black hole, 3-toed dangling limbs for legs and arms, and skinny curved horns. And this is where I have to be careful because there are patterns, patterns, patterns. But just look. So, so incredible. Here is another guy, cylinder body with open mouth and no legs, open mouth with human-like teeth, upper and lower, thinner eyelids for 30mm safety eyes, cute mitten limbs, cute footed limbs, teensy round ears, ridged spiral horns with accent colour and circle belly. And I must say, I do love those ridged horns and that mouth. I love how she is depicting him helping to ball up yarn. That is just incredible. Can you imagine the stories that you could create to go along with these monsters? Now, I'm not going to be able to show you the smaller pictures because they are surrounded by pattern, but just know that there are more options than I am going to be able to show you today. There are more beautiful photos that I am going to be able to show you today, and that if you are intrigued and you want to see every single inch of this book, you're going to have to purchase it, guys. Not that I'm enabling you, only do so if you can and want to, but I cannot show you every inch because it's not my book, it's not my publication, and they are not my patterns. But there's another couple of cuties. Oh, look at this one. I love that tuft on the top. And look, there's a little flower there. Gorgeous. I just love the aesthetic. I love the work and effort that must have gone into these guys. Is just astounding. I love the mix and match availability of it. I just love those big old eyes. That's what made me fall in love with the Impkins. Another cute dude. And most of them are cutesy. There are some that are a little, ooh, but they are still incredible. So I am just going to show you the ones that I can easily show you. But these are not ones that she is giving you exact patterns for. She is just letting you know what body parts she used to create them. These are just examples of what could be made, but there are going to be thousands and thousands more than what she has even got to be able to make herself. You cannot make, I do not believe that you would be able to make every combination possible in a lifetime. And that is the beauty. Everybody that buys this book will have their own take on it, and they will all create such different monsters. We will all be able to have full artistic license, the full access of our own imaginations, which are personable to us. So me using this book is not going to be the same as anyone else using this book, is what I'm trying to say. They are just stunning. Love them. Just chilling on a tree branch like a monster would. I mean, come on. What's not to love? What's not to chill out about? I do get an overriding sense of nostalgia though, even though these are brand new patterns. My children, back in the day of them being smaller, they loved Monsters Inc. and Monsters University. So I just do really get nostalgia looking at all these monstrous creations and thinking, if only we were back at that stage, I could have made them their own Monsters Inc. cast. I mean, you can just imagine any of these in the cast, especially Monsters University. It's just It's just wonderful, wonderful. The creative ability is just way and above anything that I could do. I have always said I rely on people to make patterns for me to recreate, because I just do not have the ability to think up these wonderfully creative and amazing things for us to make. He's even got a mohawk, guys. I mean, come on. This one is so cute, but he looks a little worried or sad. Love the bunny ears, though. And his one little tooth. Look at him. Also, because I am getting a little more familiar with yarns and things, there are a couple of monsters in here where I have identified what yarn she has used to create them. And this is going to be a wonderful opportunity for me to try and use up skeins for one skein wonders, or larger scraps that I may have. Like this guy. This is Premier Mosaic Basics in the colourway Bouquet, because I've just made a jumper out of that yarn. I've made a sweater out of this yarn. I know this yarn, and it's so cool to see it worked up in a completely different object. It is absolutely incredible. This one makes me giggle. It's a monster moo! Now, you may notice that on some of them they have these metal spikes in their hands and feet, and I haven't delved into what she uses, where she gets them from, and I don't know if I'm ever going to explore that, guys, because you certainly wouldn't use them if you're gifting them to small children. But then I suppose if they are display pieces, you can go right ahead and do that. I don't know. Going to have to read up a little bit about it, I think. See, he's got spikes in his hands and feet, and they are actual metal spikes. Do you see what I mean about the beautiful photography, though? I do love the ones that stick out their tongue. So cheeky. So, so cheeky. And these are, in my opinion, mostly, there are a couple that are maybe or could be deemed a little creepy, maybe a little scary to some, but for the most part, they are cutesy and safe looking monsters, if you get my drift, if you get my meaning. Oh, look at this one with his snazzy hairstyle. Oh, little quiff to the side. Fabulous, darling. Love it. It's another bunny looking one. And I do love amigurumis made out of variegated yarn. I'm not going to lie, guys. They are amazing in my opinion. Super cool. There's loads. I don't even think I'm halfway through the book yet. So if you're getting bored, that's fair enough. Click off. But if you want to see more of these beautiful photographs, then stick around. See, this is the Lime Premier Sweet Roll Fruits. I know that yarn. I've used that yarn. Just, you know, hanging from play equipment. Because why wouldn't you be? Living your best monster life. Oh, I just want to give this one a hug. See, this one I'm not keen on because I'm not a fan of spiders and it's too spider-like for me. I know it's only got 6 legs, so it could be like crab-like, but I'm allergic to crab. Crab doesn't like me, so no. I do not want a scuttling eyeball on legs. That one's a little bit, no thank you. But I get why she did it. I do get why she did it. Here we go. An eyeball with antlers and spikes in his hands and his feet. The possibilities are just incredible. Okay, so that, I think, was the whole section on bodies. Let me just check. Yeah, because it's taken us all that way just to get to the next section, which is eyes. All the different eyes you can put on your monsters. It bugs me when it's right in the crease. Whether they've got eyelids, whether you use safety eyes, whether you crochet your eyes. Super interesting. Here's that dude again doing his yarn ball winding. Love his little shocked eyebrows. Oh, this one's like, hey. Love these eyes. Okay. I get slug vibes from that one. Just saying. Here is that monster again, made in the Mosaic Basics. There we go. This guy with his stripe. Sorry, I bumped the table. This guy with the stripy horns. Lots of instructions, lots of instructions. Here we go. Here's a nice double page. Here's the first one, sticking his tongue out, being cheeky. And there's him. I think we might have seen those before, but that's okay. Here's the front view of the one with the fluffy, is it a mohawk or a mohican? I keep forgetting. But you know, just that strip of hair down the middle. My middle son had one of those in lockdown because we didn't have nowhere to go or anyone to tell him he couldn't have that hairstyle. So we did it. There's him again. Just can't get over the possibilities. The possibilities. Okay, limb options. There are lots of them. There is that page. And this page. And this page. There you go. What's it saying down here? It is entirely optional to use metal spikes that screw in place as claws on the ends of any toes or fingers. This step should be done before you get too far along on the toes and fingers. To use metal spikes as claws, place the screw through the inside of the magic circle at the end of the toe or finger and twist the spike or claw onto the end of the screw. Tighten it as much as possible. Once it is fully placed, you can cement it in place by putting some craft glue inside the toe finger on top of the screw head to fasten it more permanently. If the screw won't stay in place because the stitches are too open, you can use a washer, or you can fashion a washer from a small piece of plastic canvas to prevent the screw from slipping through the stitches. Note that use of metal spikes makes the monster unsafe for children. Yeah. He's a diddy one, isn't he? Or one that looks like a cat. A monster cat. Here's this fella. It's really hard to do these book looks for you guys. If you had the book in your own hands, it would be so much easier, but it's really hard to get good pictures. There's that guy again. I'm just checking that you can't see me flicking the pages with too much pattern on. Here are some more for you. Love this one. There we go. So yes, she has duplicated some of her photos, but that's okay because to get through the book I am moving quite quickly. 3 eyeballs. I mean, come on. There is no limitation. Absolutely no limitation whatsoever. Oh wow, look at him. He's got rainbow bits. He's got a rainbow belly and rainbow horns. I don't like his mouth though. He's a little bit scary even though he is rainbow. So I would change certain bits. But what a good idea to do rainbow stripes. I like that. See? I don't quite like the monster that was made, but I like elements of it to create my own in a way that I want. And that's the whole purpose of this book, guys. It really, really is. There's the monster moo again. There's the one-tooth rabbit. Three-horned, one-eye, long-legged monster. This one, being cheeky, sticking out his big old tongue. He's only got bottom teeth, he hasn't got any top teeth. There we go, there's 4 on one page. There's that guy there. And then there is that guy there. And that guy there. And that guy there. There's him again. Back scales. And then tail options. So different angles to get a better look at the tails. That's why some photos are duplicated. There's that rainbow guy's tail. Long curly tail there, look. And then this guy here. It's his tail. And then here's a tail as well. It's like a dragon tail or a crocodile tail. He's got a tail with a tuft, a fluffy tuft. Okay, ear options. All of these. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Snake tongue. He's like an axolotl with a big long tongue, like from the beginning. He's got big ears. He's got like those frills. Now he's a cheery guy. Imagine that, popping out the bushes to say hi. This guy again. Cute. Oh, this one looks frightened. Sorry, I couldn't resist. So now do you really understand that there are a lot of options? Then there are antennas. And here is that monster ripping up an Impkin book. Naughty, naughty. Okay, horns. Apologies if you can hear Rolo snoring. He is clearly having a chilled afternoon. He's got no arms. They are some big old safety eyes. Yeah, I don't like that red crabby spidery thing. There's Mr. Quiff again. Fabulous. Mr. Green Tongue again. So, are you being tempted, guys? Is this something that you want to look further into? There are some hairstyles. Oh, it's a mohawk. They answered my question. Mohawk, curly spritz, and hair puff. That was the Quiff, the fabulous darling one. These two here, look. I just love it. I could look at this book for hours and still keep noticing more and more. These are the teeth options. So Mr. Curly Horns with his little spike teeth. Oh, that one looks sad. just loads and loads and loads. Just absolutely stunning. Don't like that one. And that was the belly options. Sorry, I forgot to say we're in the belly section. So there's a better look at them there. Okay, then claws. There's that dude. And then him. And then tongue options. Seen a fair few tongues throughout the book already. Oh, and him. Very heavy book, guys. Very heavy book. We're nearly at the end though. And then extras and faces options. So there's a muzzle, row of spikes, nose with wide nostrils, embroidered eyebrows, embroidered sutures. And then we are in the acknowledgements. And so when Panda and I saw the Impkin book, right at the end of the Impkin book, it was saying that the Crochet Monsters was coming soon. Well, there is another book coming soon. And it is going to feature mushrooms and toadstools. And that mushroom sat on that log is looking at the Crochet Monsters book, just like me and you have just gone through that Crochet Monsters book. So if fungi are your thing, then you need to keep an eye out on when this one is coming. There is just no stopping her, is there, eh? So what did you think? Good book? Did you enjoy the look through? I know I did. Now this one is probably not going to feature in the Label My Library series because it is a mix and match. There aren't set creatures to create. You can just create your own. So yes, I am so thankful that I have a copy. I will make some, I just don't know when. I hope you enjoyed your time looking through it with me because I love bringing you these awesome, awesome designers and their awesome, awesome creations and patterns. I really, really do. And this was a bonus video for you guys because I already have content scheduled. So I just couldn't let it land in my lap and then not give you a good look through. So there we have it. So yes, bonus video, but I don't know when the bonus video is coming out. So I guess I will definitely see you in the next one. And I will definitely be here Monday to Thursday as always. So do keep tuning back in and seeing what I am up to. Let me know, do you have a copy? Are you going to get a copy? What is your thoughts and opinions? And let me know if you are a fan of Megan Lapp, also known as Crafty Intentions. Right guys, I'm going to let you get going because I have kept you for 40 minutes. I do apologise, but it is a big hefty book to get through. Anyway guys, until I see you again, stay safe, be kind, look after one another, get some good quality time in with your loved ones and get some good quality crafting time in. I will see you in the next one. or around the YouTube streets. Bye guys, love ya.